This is what people are going to ask themselves if they as they join xosialX. How do I make money? How do I make money? So I'm going to show you the plan right now. There is not 7 ways to get paid anymore. We are simplifying this whole thing, and it's down to 3 ways, and all 3 are super powerful. All 3. You know what all 3 do, everybody? It's incredible. They create volume. You know what volume does? It's what creates your paycheck or your checks, your money. That's where it comes from, the volume, right? No money is paid out without the sale of a product. Well, these 3 ways you get paid promote sales of products so everybody wins. So, as a free associate, you get paid 3 different ways in xosialX. The first one is called, rightfully named, First Experience Bonus. It's this simple. When you make a sale, there's a part of the sale, usually about half, that's commissionable, okay? And then the other part pays for the products, the overhead, our employees, our warehouse, all the stuff, right? But the part that's commissionable, which is usually about half, you will now get 50% of it. Folks, think about that. Of 100% of the commission volume on every single sale, when you bring somebody in on their first sale, the first time they buy, you're going to get 50% of it. Okay. So that's the first experience bonus. Our customer acquisition bonus kicks in from their second sale through infinity. Okay. As a customer, when they come in, you'll get that 50%. And then I'll show you in a minute, it's going to be 5 to 50% depending on what you do when they buy the second through infinity time. Okay. And then here's the thing, everybody. We've got the most powerful part of the plan, the X plan, our regenerating matrix. Now, here's how I look at this. The first experience bonus is you doing all the work. The customer acquisition bonus is you getting paid off of all the work that you did when you're not doing the work anymore because they're already here and they're just buying month after month, year after year. That one pays you on all the work you did residually forever. And then we've got the X plan. I want you to look at this 2 ways. Number 1, I want you to look at it as this is how you get paid off the efforts of others. This is where it all comes from. And number 2, this is what will create the biggest residual income in your life if you do this right. Okay. So you get paid 3 different ways. Real quick, I'm going to buzz through the first 2, and then we're going to focus on the third one for just a little bit tonight. So here we go. Become an associate. It's free. Your members' first purchase, 50% of the commission volume goes to you. That's it. You now understand it, everybody. Bring somebody in, whatever they buy, half of that about is commissionable. Whatever the commissionable part is, you're going to get half of that in a week. Okay. So that's the way that it works. Everything you do everything you do for the week gets paid to you the next week. Okay. Now let's talk about the second way you get paid. This is when that person decides to buy again and again and again and again. Okay. So your second through infinity, if you have gathered 1 to 5 customers here with us, the company is automatically going to pay you 5% of the CV. So 1 to 5 customers. That's who you've personally gathered. Folks, associates count. If you bring somebody in and they're a customer, and then a month later they go, but I want to be an associate, and they become a free associate and they start selling, don't worry, they count. They count to qualify you for this, and they pay you the same way, whether they're a customer or an associate / customer. Super simple. Everybody that buys pays you this way, second sale through infinity. But what if you gather some more customers / associates, which we call members? By the way, what you want to gather is members. The definition of a member is simply either a customer or an associate that's a customer. Okay. So if you have 6 to 10 members, it goes to 10%. Folks, that's not just on numbers 6 through 10. That's on 1 through 10. You now get paid 10% on all 10 or all 6, whatever you have there of your customers. But or members, what if you gather 11 members? 11. Now you're going to get paid 20% of the commission volume on all of them, up to 15. And if you gather 16, now you're going to get paid 30% every time they buy the commission volume, up to 20. And then here's the top of the plan. What I'm about to show you is the hardest thing you'll ever have to do here at xosialX. If you gather 21 members, and folks, there's no time limit. Whenever it happens, this pay kicks in. And as long as you maintain 21 or more, you'll get this pay for life. You'll get 50% of the commission volume for life. This is the part of the plan. I'm sorry, these two parts of the plan are what are like an affiliate program. It's you doing the work, right? Well, bring everybody in 50% right out of the gate, and then get your customer count up or your member count up 50% for life. That's up to you. Okay. Now, the difference of this, the difference of like if somebody's getting 5%, we're not going to keep the difference, everybody. The company doesn't keep it. The other 95% goes into the rest of the comp plan, which is the matrix. You're going to see that in a minute. And it's the same thing if they're getting 10, 90 goes in, 20, 80 goes in, 30, 70, 50, 50. What is this? Fair. This is fair. A workman is, a workman, actually, let me just say it like this. We have to pay the people doing the work, everybody. We've got to pay the people doing the work, right? A workman is worthy of his hire. I was trying to not get spiritual with you, but I couldn't help it. It just came out. A workman is worthy of his hire, right? Let's pay the people that are doing the work. And you know what'll happen? More people will do the work. More customers will come in. The whole database will be bigger. The volume will go through the roof. I saw us grow 6,000%. Why? Because we had a plan similar to this in place. It's going to happen again right now, especially with our new product. Oh my gosh, this thing's going to blow up in a good way, right? A workman is worthy, is higher, right? So here's what you do, everybody. You be excited that they're getting paid their true worth, and what goes into the rest of the comp plan is going to be 10 times bigger than you could have imagined. All right. All right. So that's the second way we pay out. Now, look, I'm going to back up. This is not a normal night tonight. When we show this comp plan, we'll be able to do it in a short amount of time. But I want you all in the same camp that I'm in right now, which is the excited camp, right? I want you to understand why this is so powerful. So really, here's how quick you can show these two parts of the comp plan. Okay, everybody, I'm starting right now. Here's your first experience bonus. It's this simple. Every member that you gather, you're going to get 50% of the commission volume. That's so simple on their first purchase, right? And then as they purchase over and over and over again, if you've got 1 to 5 members, you get 5% of the commission volume, 6 to 10, 10% on all of your members, and then 11 through 15, 20% on all your members, 16 through 20, 30% on all your members, 21 plus, it's 50% every time they buy for life. Okay, everybody, there was those two parts of the comp plan, right? Super simple. That is pay for the work that you do, or this is what's paid to them when they do the work, right? Now we're going to go to the third, and everybody, I'm so excited to say this next thing, and final part of the comp plan. You're only going to have to learn 3 things to explain, and the best part of the whole thing is you're not even going to have to do that because we're going to give you a hot video that'll do all this for you. Okay. With that being said, we're going to talk about xosialX, the X plan, and profit sharing positions, because this is the copyrighted part, right? Those other 2 parts of the plan are necessary. They're necessary, but they're not what's keeping me up at night right now. This is, okay? xosialX helps you multiply your income like no other company automatically. Listen, everybody, if you don't grasp or understand what I'm about to share with you, don't worry about it. This all happens automatically. One of my favorite things that used to happen is when we were going 6,000% a month and it was blowing up and all those people came in, they would call customer support, the honest ones, and they would say, hey, I just got paid and I'm afraid you paid me too much. I'm worried. I don't want the company to go to business. And then our associate in associate services would have to explain, oh, no, no, no. Hey, thank you for being so honest. But no, this is the copyrighted part of our compensation plan. The reason why you think you've been paid too much is because of how it can multiply your pay on every single purchase in your organization. Okay. So with that being said, everybody, this happens automatically by computer. If you don't get it, don't worry. You're about to learn something before most people in the world. It's still the best kept secret in the world, but it won't be soon, right? It's not taught in school, but it should be, and it can definitely make you wealthy. It's called profit sharing positions, okay? They're so unique. Folks, we were able to get them copyrighted. This is no joke. No other company can copy, okay? So with that being said, now we're at the third and final way you get paid from xosialX. This is my favorite part of the X plan. This is why I called it the X plan. It's the regenerating matrix pay. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you our matrix or matrices. There's actually a bunch of them. You can have an unlimited amount. They are 3 by 20 levels. 3 means how wide you can go. You can only have 3 people on your first level. Then they can have 3 and they can have 3 and they can have 3 and so on. 20 levels deep. Now that sounds like a cap plan, except for you can have unlimited levels. You can have 40, 60, 80, 100. I'm going to show you that and more. Unlimited. I'm going to show you that right now. But for this illustration, everybody, I'm just going to use 7 levels, the top 7. Just know this, all the levels work this way, okay? But I want to keep it realistic for you. I don't want to show you can make $1 million a minute or any of that stuff. That's not what this is about. If we can get the average family making an extra $200 to $500 a month for real, it changes their lives. But what leaders can earn from this plan, unbelievable. It's so hard to even grasp how powerful this is. But here we go. This is from a single profit sharing position. When you think of what's a profit sharing position, I want you to get this mental picture in your head what I'm about to show you, okay? This is you. You come into the business. You bring in 3 members, right? Those are people that are buying, 3 members, okay? You're going to get paid 5% of all their commission volume. Now, everybody listen. This is not what I'm not talking about when they first buy and you get that 50%. You're still going to get that too, okay? But in the matrix part, this part, you're also going to get 5% of the commission volume that goes in this part of the comp plan. So if you bring in 3 people and they bring in 3, now you'd have 9 folks on your second level. We don't get paid off of people, we get paid off of sales, products, right? But when those people are buying, you'd earn 5% off of all that. And if those 9 bring in 3 each, and they bring in 3 each, and so on, folks, look at all these people you can have on just 7 levels. Think about what it could look like as it goes down 8, 10, 15, 20 levels. How about unlimited, right? It's crazy what can happen with this. But I want you to know, you'll get paid 5% equally on every single level, on every single sale. You'll get paid 5% of the commission volume that's in the plan here, okay? Let's say it's our new product, Exhilarate. By the way, those of you that want to leave me early, you can. As soon as I know the comp plan, you can go. I'm hoping you'll at least stay for this part. But then after that, I'm going to do about a 6-7 minute training on sampling because I've been asked to do it again, okay? But let's say these people are just buying Exhilarate. This is what your monthly pay would be, everybody. Your monthly pay. And that is only 7 levels of the 20. Just 7 levels of the 20. What if those 2,187 people bring in 3 each? You can start doing the math later, okay? But when I talk to you about a profit sharing position, every one of them has 20 levels, which means every one of them has a top 7 levels just like this, okay? And I'm going to tell you this too. You can get paid 5% from every single one of those 20 levels. Every single one. Wait till you see that in a little bit. I promise you, sleep is over if you grasp this, all right? Okay, here we go. So that's what a profit sharing position is. So now we're going to take you through the process of how you can build your business here. Ready? You come in the business. What's the first thing that happens? You come in for free. You get a 20 level profit sharing position, right? I just showed you pay from the top 7, but you really get all 20 just for joining the company with a purchase, right? You get all 20 levels. What's next? You start bringing in people that want to do the same thing. How much are you going to get paid off what they first buy? 50%, 50%, 50% of the commission volume. Sponsor 3, right? But that's not where the magic begins. That's fun, but that's not where the magic begins. The magic begins when you bring in a 4th member. Everybody grasp this. I'm going to try to slow down and keep it simple. I promise you, if you understand this, sleep is over, okay? This is what fixed the problems with the force matrix, right? And what made it so our plan works like all the other plans in a good way, but not the bad ways, right? When you sponsor a 4th person, this is going to happen automatically. You'll bring them in, and the computer system will automatically, before they put them in your matrix, see the first 3 go right on your first level, but the 4th one, they'll go under one of those first 3. But here's what happens. The computer system first installs a U number 2, which is what? A second profit sharing position for you. It's for you. And it's free. It doesn't cost, as a matter of fact, you get paid to get it because you're getting paid off what the person bought, the product, right? you get a U number two, and it stays as a unit. See how in that circle it's connected directly above that new person? That means that new person is on the first level for that new U. So there's 19 more levels below that person that you get paid from, everybody. As that person is building a team, you're going to get paid for 19 more levels of their team. And yes, you can have 5% on every single one of them. I'll show you in a minute. But please grasp this. You number two, when you bring in a fourth person, is yours for free, and it pays you 20 more levels of pay. So now you're not working off of 20 levels of pay for your life. You're working off of 40 levels of pay. 40, everybody. But guess what? It doesn't stop there. This is the copyrighted part. That you number two is what's copyrighted, right? You know what else is copyrighted? If you bring in a fifth person, you number three. Oh my gosh, another 20 levels, Stu? Yes, another 20 levels, every single one of them at 5% each. And you know what? That means under that brand new person you just brought in, besides the 50%, which is great, but it's not going to be what you're excited about. What would you be more excited about? 50% off of the work you do, or 5% on 20 levels of the work of everybody? Everybody, right? I'm telling you, folks, this is crazy. And guess what? If you bring in a sixth person, you're going to get a U number four, and it's copyrighted, and it works the same way. 20 levels, and guess what? You can have 5% on every single level. If you bring in a fifth, if you bring in a seventh, you'll get a fifth one. If you bring in an eighth person, you'll get a sixth one. And in case you're feeling like you're starting to see a trend, you're right. You know why? Because every time you bring somebody in, you bring in a new member, whether they're just a customer or an associate that's also a customer, you're going to get another U. That's 20 more levels of pay. And that brand new member will always be on the first level of it. And you'll always be able to get paid 19 more levels below them at 5% a level. You can get up to 5% per level. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting excited. Man, I'm not getting out of breath, but I feel like I could be right now because I'm pumped. Okay, so everybody, if you didn't just grasp what I just shared, don't worry about it. It all happens automatically by computer. Your job is just to simply gather members. I don't want you balancing legs. I don't want you stacking legs. I don't want you chasing a power leg. I don't want you worrying about a 40-60 split. I don't want you worrying about ranking up. Oh my God, what's my rank? Am I 5K, 10K, 25K, 50? There's no more ranks, everybody. Ranks are gone. Okay, you don't have to worry about your volume falling off. You don't have to worry about any of that. You just have to worry about one thing in our whole compensation plan: maintaining your personal members, right? If you lose a customer or an associate that's a customer, get another one, right? And I highly recommend that you get 21 plus because of what I showed you in the beginning, where you can get that 50% for life. But how about if I was to say something like this to you? But if you can get at least 7 customers or associates that are buying, members, you can be qualified for 100% of all 20 levels at 5% on every level of every profit sharing position you ever earned for the rest of your career. Let me tell you, all you got to do is qualify your U number one, and 7 customers qualifies you for 100% of the pay for it, right? And I'll show you that in a minute. If you do that, you can do it with 7. If you do that, every new one you ever earn forever will automatically be qualified the day you get it for 20 levels at up to 5%, whatever your first one is. Okay. All right. Sorry. I know I spent a lot of time on this, but this is a huge deal. Now, I'm going to go a little bit faster. Honestly, everybody, it doesn't matter if you grasp this right now, because it's going to happen automatically. You can be one of the people that calls corporate and says, "You paid me too much. I don't want to hurt the company. Please fix this." And then they'll explain, no, no, no. This is what Stu was talking about in the comp plan presentation. Okay. I love those phone calls, but here we go. Let's say you get in the company and you bring in Joe, Jane, and Tim. They're on your first level. Now it's full. There's your 3, right? Then you bring in Lee. Yes, you're going to get paid 50%, by the way, on all of them on their first order, but you bring in Lee, she'd go on your second level. No, it doesn't work that way. Don't forget about the copyrighted part. How does that work? The computer system, without you doing a thing, all you got to do is sell them a product, and this happens automatically. It's going to give them a U above them. It's going to give you that U above them with 20 more levels of pay. So think about this, okay? When Lee makes a purchase, you're going to get paid there at your new you. Joe can get paid because Lee is on the second level for Joe. So Joe gets paid. He doesn't even know what's going on. And then you get paid again at your top you. Because you know why? Lee is on the third level for your top you, and Lee is on the first level for your new you. Remember how I told you every person in our company, even though it's a matrix, is on your first level? That's because there's always a new you above them from the fourth person you bring in on forever. So if you were to bring in a new person, where would, and that's double pay. That's double pay. So now everything that Lee buys and her team buys all the way down 19 levels or 18 levels actually, everything that happens on all those levels, you're going to get double pay, everybody. So now think of it like this. If you're at 5%, you're not getting 5, now you're getting 10. Now you're getting 10% on every sale on her whole team. Are you going to be excited about what Lee does? Of course you will, right? Okay. How about this? If you bring in Anna, Anna would go under Jane because the computer system will automatically help the person that's next in line that needs the help. The reason why Anna isn't going to Joe is because you already gave Joe Lee. Joe already got Spill. He got Lee. So guess what? Anna is going to now help Jane because you brought in Anna. Whether you like it or not, you're going to help Jane. That's so cool, everybody. You know how awesome that is? What if you bring in another? See, you don't even have to decide when you bring somebody in what you want to do. You just bring them in. It's automatic. What happens when you bring in the next person? How about Rick? Well, Rick's not going to go under Joe or Jane because Tim hasn't had help from you yet. See, you don't have to decide. The computer system does it automatically. Here's what I know though. You're going to get another 20 levels from Lee down, another 20 levels from Anna down, and another 20 levels from Rick down, right? Look at this, folks. You bring in another one, it would go under Joe. Another one under Jane. Another one under Tim. Another one would go under Joe. Another one would go there. Another one, and all you're doing is sharing about the products and telling people they can make money by passing out samples and getting healthy and all of this. The computer system does all this automatically for you, right? But think about this, everybody. What's better than where I just showed you double pay? What's better than double pay? How about triple pay? See, in this scenario, I just showed you how you brought in 12 people. You brought in 12 members. But when you bring in a 13th, and this is what's going to make people on your team go crazy, because they're going to want unlimited 20 level matrices, right? They're going to want as many of those as they can get. All they got to do is bring in a customer and they get one, right, from their fourth on, and they're going to want double pay. They're going to want triple pay. So look at this. In this scenario, if you bring in another person, right, which would be your 13th person, they would go, oh gosh, it's me. I forgot to take me off of this picture. I'm so sorry, everybody. I hate that my picture's on there. Although, if you sponsored me, you'd be pumped because I understand this compensation plan and I would make you wealthy, right? But here's the thing, though. Sorry, forget that. I didn't mean if that sounded prideful, but here's the thing. When you bring in the 13th person, you're going to get another you, just like everyone you bring in forever, 20 more levels of pay. But you know what? You're going to get paid right there because I'd be on your first level. Then you're going to get paid right above the U above that. And then you're going to get paid at the one at the top. So now instead of just 5% or 10%, now we're talking 15% on every sale. Folks, here's my question. PSPs are free. How many of them do you want? You know what the answer is from everybody? As many of them as I can get. How do you get them? By creating volume, by bringing in members who create volume, by bringing in customers who create volume. This is why we were growing 6,000% a month, because everybody wanted more profit sharing positions and they were free. The only way to earn them is to bring in a member, or which is a customer slash member. Okay, everybody? So here's the thing. How many PSPs do you want? It doesn't even matter if you understand it. This is your only job now. It's this simple. Just go wide. Just what does wide mean in network marketing? Don't like bring people in and just work with them. Just keep bringing people in, let them spill under others and bless them, and work with everybody that does raise their hand and say, hey, I need help. But if you'll just keep gathering customers here at xosialX, your income is going to blow up and your team will want to do it. Why? For the 50%, for the free profit sharing positions where every single one is 20 more levels of pay. Look, everybody, I'm going to show you the most exciting part of the plan right now, and then I'm almost done. Give me just another couple minutes. This was way more than I even needed to do, but we've got a lot of people in our whole company watching this right now. I want you to forget about the old compensation plan or the new one we thought we were going to do, and I want you to get behind this and change your life for the better forever. I give you my word, you're going to thank me, okay? Here's how it works. Here, we have 3 levels of success in these 20 level matrices, okay, matrices, okay? Here's the way that it works. If you, it's this simple, everybody, you don't have to wonder if I missed something. I promise, I'm telling you the whole story right now. There's no gimmicks, there's no gotchas, there's nothing I'm going to leave out. If you would like 20 levels of pay of your team, you already saw what 7 levels could pay you tonight, right? What could 20 pay you? Life changing. If you'll become a manager here with us, how do you do that? Go get a couple of people so you have somebody to manage. We're not just going to pay you 2% on a couple of levels like other companies do. We're going to pay you 20% on all 20 levels for life. So as long as you maintain those 2 customers, right? Or members. Here's the thing about that, everybody. Can you imagine what that could turn into on levels 10, 11, 12, 15, 20? Life changing. But if you'll do just a little more work, and you're going to want to do it anyway to earn free profit sharing positions, this all works together simultaneously. The whole thing just makes sense, right? If you'll do a little bit more work and instead of just 2 customers, gather six customers, 4 more, we're going to give you a 33% pay raise, not on one level, on all your levels, all 20 levels, right? All of them. But everybody, if you'll go for it, if you will just drop the hammer and go for it and gather 14 members, 14 customers here, we will give you 5% on all 20 levels. And everybody, it's not just your first profit share position. It's every one you ever earned for life. Remember I said you can earn 5% on every single level? Here's how you do it. Get 14 customers. No balancing, no ranking up, no gimmicks, nothing that's out of your control. No praying that someone else will do something to make you okay. No, no, no. This is you going out, sharing the products, sharing about the profit sharing positions and the money, and you doing the work to set yourself up for a lifetime of residual income like you've never experienced before. And guess what? 14 customers with Exhilarate is not too much to ask. You realize with our mist products and Exhilarate, those are 3 products they're not getting anywhere else. And there's something for everyone with the products, right? Let me get you really excited now. Here's the last minute of this. Ready? If you will buy a $199.97 pack or higher in your first 30 days of joining the company, we're going to reduce your qualifications for life. Wait a minute, Stu. What are you talking about? I could do something once and it changes everything forever? Yes, yes. If you'll buy a $199.97 pack or higher, by the way, those of you that bought that $109, $108 pack in the last week of the Exhilarate, it's just like you paid this $199.97. We let that count. There's about 3 more weeks of that or so. Then that's going away, and then it's going to be $199.97 or higher. And we've got phenomenal packs. But those of you that did that, this is what it's benefiting you right now. This is one of the things you're getting, everybody. Okay. So if you did that, you're already done. The computer system is automatically going to make your manager position only need 1 member. It's going to make your senior manager position only require 3 members forever. It's going to make your executive manager position 14 go to 7. Why? Because that's my favorite number. And this is no accident. Okay. That's why. But with that being said, everybody, imagine this. You gathered just 7 members and you're qualified for 5% on every level you ever have in every one of your profit sharing positions matrices. Think about that, everybody. Okay. This will change lives. When you go to somebody and say, hey, if you buy that pack and gather 1 customer, you're going to get 2% on 20 levels that can make you wealthy. But hey, if you just go up 2 more customers to 3%. And if you just go up 4 more customers for a total of 7, 5%. Folks, I feel like a light bulb had to just come on. When people say, how do I make money? You tell them this, just go gather some customers. Go gather some members. Go gather some customers. That's it. That's all you do. All right, everybody. xosialX is all about health and wealth. It's all about community. It's all about bringing people together.